Did you know that only 30% of how you age is determined by genetics? The other 70% comes down to lifestyle choices you make every single day. I've studied the habits of thousands of adults who maintain extraordinary health well into their 80s and 90s, and I've discovered that they all share 5 specific habits that most people ignore until it's too late. The fourth habit in particular challenges everything conventional wisdom tells us about aging, yet the research showing its effectiveness is absolutely stunning. Foundation habits. Habit number 1, strategic movement, beyond regular exercise. The first golden habit of healthy aging isn't about grueling workouts or running marathons. It's about strategic, consistent movement that maintains joint function, balance, and muscle mass, the 3 physical elements that most directly impact your independence as you age. The most revealing research comes from studying cultures with exceptional longevity and low rates of physical decline. These populations rarely exercise in the formal sense, yet they maintain remarkable mobility into their 90s through consistent, functional movement integrated throughout their day. Consider Margaret, a 92-year-old who has never belonged to a gym or followed an exercise program, yet can still climb stairs, garden for hours, and play with her great-grandchildren on the floor. Her secret? A lifelong habit of movement variety, walking to complete errands, gardening, housework, and gentle stretching while watching television. This variety of natural movements maintains different muscle groups and movement patterns that specialized exercise often misses. The key principle is consistency over intensity. Research from the National Institute on Aging found that 3 10-minute movement sessions daily provided greater functional benefits for adults over 65 than a single 30-minute workout, even when the total exercise time was identical. To implement this habit, focus on breaking up sitting time with brief movement every 30 minutes, incorporating balance challenges into everyday activities, standing on one foot while brushing teeth, maintaining a full range of motion in all joints through daily stretching, walking with purpose rather than meandering. The goal isn't exhaustion or soreness, it's maintaining functional movement patterns that serve you in daily life. Your body is designed to move, and it will reward consistent, gentle motion with remarkable resilience as you age. Habit number 2, nutritional simplicity, quality over complexity. The second golden habit challenges the increasingly complex nutritional advice targeted at older adults. While supplement companies promote specialized formulations and diet plans grow ever more complicated, the healthiest older adults worldwide follow remarkably simple nutritional approaches. Dr. Emma Richardson, who studies the dietary patterns of exceptionally healthy older adults, puts it succinctly: the most consistent finding in nutritional research on healthy aging isn't about specific superfoods or supplements. It's about consistent patterns of whole food consumption and avoiding the foods their grandparents wouldn't recognize. Thomas, an 86-year-old former college professor who still teaches part-time and travels internationally, credits his exceptional health to nutritional simplicity. I eat real food, mostly plants, reasonable portions, and I stop eating a few hours before bedtime, he explains. That's it, no complicated rules or restrictions. When everyone was trying diet trends, I just kept eating normal, unprocessed meals. The research supports this approach. A landmark study in the Journal of Gerontology followed 1,600 adults for 25 years and found that those who maintained the most consistent eating patterns with emphasis on whole foods showed significantly less cognitive decline and better metabolic health than those who followed more restrictive or complicated diets. To implement this habit, focus on food quality rather than following complicated diet plans. Build meals around vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and lean proteins. Maintain consistent meal timing rather than erratic eating patterns. Choose foods with minimal ingredient lists. Stay adequately hydrated throughout the day. The goal is a sustainable approach to nutrition that provides essential nutrients without creating stress or complexity around eating, something you can maintain for decades, not just weeks or months. If you're finding these habits helpful so far, please take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us reach more people with this vital information about healthy aging. Now, let's move on to our third golden habit. mind and body connection. Habit number 3, stress resilience through intentional recovery. The third golden habit addresses an often overlooked aspect of healthy aging, developing resilience to stress through intentional recovery periods. While some stress is inevitable and even beneficial, the ability to return to baseline after stressful experiences becomes increasingly important with age. Research from the Yale Stress Center shows that it's not the presence of stress that determines its impact on health, but rather how quickly your body recovers from the stress response. Older adults who maintain the best cardiovascular, immune, and cognitive health share a common trait. They practice deliberate stress recovery techniques daily. Eleanor, a 78-year-old who survived cancer twice, yet maintains remarkable energy and mental clarity, incorporated 3 10-minute reset periods into her daily routine 20 years ago. These small pauses are non-negotiable, she says. They're not meditation exactly, just brief periods when I consciously release tension, breathe deeply, and allow my nervous system to reset. I'm convinced they've added healthy years to my life. Neuroscience supports this approach. Brain imaging studies show that brief intentional relaxation periods activate the parasympathetic nervous system, counteracting the inflammatory effects of stress hormones and supporting cellular repair processes critical to healthy aging. To implement this habit, schedule 3, 5, 10-minute reset periods throughout your day. Practice slow, rhythmic breathing during these breaks. Inhale for 4, hold for 2, exhale for 6. Consciously release physical tension, particularly in your jaw, shoulders, and hands. Disconnect from screens and stimulation during these brief intervals. The goal isn't to eliminate stress, that's impossible, but to prevent stress from becoming chronic by giving your body regular opportunities to return to a restorative state. Habit number 4, cognitive integration. The surprising brain booster. The fourth golden habit challenges conventional wisdom about maintaining brain health as you age. While crossword puzzles and brain games have their place, the research on exceptional cognitive aging points to something far more powerful: the integration of mental, social, and physical challenges in combination. Dr. Michael Merzenich, a leading neuroscientist specializing in brain plasticity, explains, "The aging brain responds most powerfully to activities that simultaneously engage multiple neural networks, especially when those activities involve novelty, progressive challenge, and social connection." James, an 83-year-old who still works part-time as a consultant and recently learned Italian, attributes his sharp memory and quick thinking to activities that combine mental, physical, and social elements. "When I retired, everyone told me to do Sudoku to stay sharp. Instead, I joined a hiking club that explores new trails and discusses history along the way." The combination of physical activity, learning new information, and social interaction keeps my mind far more engaged than isolated mental exercises. Multiple studies confirm this integrated approach. Research published in the journals of gerontology found that older adults who participated in dance classes that combined physical movement, memorization, social interaction, and musical processing showed significantly greater cognitive improvements than those who engaged in purely mental activities or purely physical exercise. To implement this habit, choose activities that combine physical movement with mental challenge. Seek learning opportunities that include social interaction. Regularly expose yourself to novel environments and experiences. Pursue progressive mastery of skills rather than passive entertainment. The goal is to engage your brain through multiple channels simultaneously, creating richer neural connections that build cognitive resilience as you age. If you're still watching and finding these habits valuable, please comment "Healthy Aging" below to let me know you're here. Your comments help this video reach more people who could benefit from these evidence-based strategies. Connection and purpose. Habit number 5, purposeful contribution, beyond social connection. The fifth and perhaps most powerful golden habit for healthy aging transcends basic social connection to focus specifically on purposeful contribution, having clear ways you provide value to others and your community. While research has long established that social connection is vital for healthy aging, newer studies distinguish between passive socializing and active contribution. Dr. Patricia Williams, who studies predictors of exceptional longevity, notes, having people you can call on is important, but even more predictive of healthy aging is having people who call on you, ways you're needed and valued by others. This finding explains why retirement often leads to health declines even for people with active social lives. Without structured ways to contribute your knowledge, skills, and presence, a critical element of well-being disappears. Robert, a 90-year-old former engineer who still maintains perfect health markers and takes 0 medications, restructured his retirement around weekly volunteer work teaching mathematics to disadvantaged students. Having somewhere to be where I'm genuinely needed and using my skills to help others gives me a reason to stay healthy, he explains. The students keep me sharp, give me purpose, and honestly, they're why I take care of myself. I have commitments to keep. The research is compelling. A long-term study from Rush University Medical Center found that having high purpose in life reduced the risk of Alzheimer's disease by nearly 2.5 times, more powerfully than any medication or supplement currently available. To implement this habit, identify your unique skills, knowledge, or personal qualities that provide value to others. Create structured opportunities to contribute these gifts regularly. Focus on building reciprocal relationships where you both give and receive. Maintain commitments that require your consistent presence. The goal isn't just to be socially active, but to create meaningful contexts where your presence and contribution matter to others, where you're genuinely needed. If this information has been valuable to you, please give this video a thumbs up and consider sharing it with friends who are interested in healthy aging. Your support helps us create more research-based content on living well at every age. The 5 golden habits we've explored, strategic movement, nutritional simplicity, stress resilience, cognitive integration, and purposeful contribution, work together to support exceptional health as you age. What makes these habits particularly powerful is that they address the fundamental biological and psychological needs that remain constant throughout life. Unlike trendy approaches to aging that focus on fighting the process with increasingly complex interventions, these habits work with your body's natural capacity for ongoing renewal and adaptation. They don't require expensive equipment, complicated protocols, or radical lifestyle changes, just consistent attention to the foundations of human well-being. Remember that it's never too late to adopt these habits. Research consistently shows that the human body maintains remarkable adaptability throughout life. Even small shifts in these 5 areas can yield significant benefits, regardless of your current age or health status. Which of these 5 habits will you focus on first? Let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss our videos on evidence-based approaches to healthy aging. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.